Hello and welcome to Sparkle Vision.
This is Court.
And this is Lee.
Today we are going to spin to find out our next theme for our blind builds.
And this is on the alternate themed non-Disney wheel.
Yes, so we figured we'd do 1 month Disney, 1 month not Disney. So let's see what our first non-Disney theme is.
The Last of Us.
Oh, how perfect is that? Because season 2 comes in April.
Oh, and this is going to be released in April. That was an absolute total fluke.
That was. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so now let's see where we're going to be building this. I feel like this could be a pretty fun theme. Like, I feel like it should be interesting to see what we can come up with. Let's see what area it'll be in. In the Peaceful Meadow.
Peaceful Meadow.
Definitely the opposite vibe of the show, but that's okay.
That's okay. I feel Peaceful Meadow is neutral enough that we can...
We got some ponds, we got some stuff in there. So yeah, this will be good. So this will be our April blind build.
So this is the inspirational photos for the build. Court and I are from the Edmonton and surrounding areas where a lot of Last of Us was filmed. So that was our legislative building.
Yeah, and that was actually one of the reasons I started watching the show, because I do not do good with zombie shows, so I typically don't watch. And I was like, oh, I just kind of want to see Edmonton and see how it was transformed, because we saw all the pictures and
we saw them here filming and
yeah. But I was excited, and then I was immediately hooked.
So this is the street where they're walking up upon the legislative grounds. So in our actual city, that's not how it is. The legislative grounds, it's over on the river, and it's not. They've altered the street scene, and it just amazes us how they can do that.
It's really cool.
Because they take actual scenes from our city and then they transform them.
Yeah.
So I have built the abandoned, overgrown street. And so I've used grass and I think that's called a trellis, the garden trellis, and then the
vine walls.
Vine walls. That's what they're called. Sorry, the vine walls. And then I've used the pieces of the castle wall, so it looks like the buildings are tumbling down.
And such a smart idea to use the Tower of Terror.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be like a downtown urban area, and we don't really have a skyscraper, so that's the closest thing we have in Disney Dreamlight Valley to a skyscraper. And then, of course, I have the little target practice guys and the cardboard cutout guys and beasts as the zombies.
So cool.
Yes, we both thoroughly enjoy the show. Yes, we were first attracted to it. My husband and I have played the video game a little bit. We're not good at it, and we didn't get very far in it. But mostly we were attracted to it because it was filmed in Edmonton.
Yeah. I thought it would be cool. And I remember seeing all the pictures on our social media from the radio stations and stuff that would take pictures and post them. And
because I think it was COVID.
It was, yeah. I know some people went and drove by and they were able to see some of it. Yeah, you couldn't see much. It was mostly the workers downtown that were working, because it was 2021 and that it was filming. But I was like, yeah, it was really cool to see how they were able to transform, and then see in the show how they pieced it all together, like you said, because this is not how the street is to the legislature.
No. And then it was very fun as well to do a destructive build, and I'm used to doing pretty builds, and that's what I like to do. But I actually had a lot of fun. Well, there's Beast as a zombie. I had a lot of fun doing this kind of beat up city, overgrown. I use a lot of stuff that I don't use very often in different ways. And Wally's
perfect. Yeah.
His billboard went well, and the Haunted Mansion, of course, is our legislative building, because that's the closest thing we have to it.
Yes, it is.
So I'm Court's Joel, and I'm, what's her name?
Ellie.
Ellie.
I was like, what is her name? It's been so long since I watched it. I need to rewatch it for the show.
Yeah.
Or for the season 2 here coming out next week. So for my build, I included scenes from the mall and from Jackson, Wyoming, which was filmed in Canmore, where we have also been to.
Right. That's also in Alberta.
Yes, exactly. Just a few hours away. And so again, of course, because we have the same theme, we come up with a lot of the same ideas and places or things, scenes to recreate. So I did the main street leading up to the legislature as well. And then I used the leaf rugs, which I was like, oh, because you've done that in your builds before, and I think that's so cool as like fallen leaves, so it's perfect. And then I wish I would have used the paths without a border, but I did not want to go create a whole bunch more asphalt, and it uses up so many resources, and that last star path killed my rock collection. So I'm down to like 183 rocks now, so having to make those swimming pools, that was insane. So
I try and split my rocks boulders every day.
Smart.
So that you get stone.
That is smart.
And I am finding with the new floating islands, I have to just do a few straight weeks of grinding to get, because you need so much now.
Yeah.
And then I saw that you use a theater.
Yes, I used the Oswald's house as the movie theater for like the opening scene where the plane crashes and all of them come running out of the movie theater. And then over here, I did like the mall scene where Ellie and I feel so bad I can't remember her name. I should have looked it up.
Her best friend.
Yeah. And then so like the carousel scene and
the arcade.
And then I made sure to put mushrooms throughout the build. So since it's like they communicate through the mushrooms, and then I have the little cardboard guys back here and on the other side too to represent the zombies.
Oh right, I forgot that point too, that they're all connected through the earth and the mushrooms.
Because it's like if you step on one of them, that's why you had to be so careful. If you stepped on one of them, they would know where you were.
Watch.
I know, me too.
I have forgotten a lot about this.
Me too. And then here I just created like kind of like a scene where, you know, like along their way to get Ellie to, I can't even remember where they were getting her to. This is terrible. I should have done a rewatch before I did this video. But on their way they've camped and stuff.
To the lab.
Yeah, to the lab. To the fireflies. That's, yeah. And so, yeah. So I set up like a little spot here with that haunted gazebo. Works really good here because it's all run down. Have a little campfire in the background. And then they were
hunting deer.
Yeah, hunting. And then again, lots of mushrooms around here. I thought it was kind of a fun way to use that fountain of youth.
Yeah, I haven't used it that much. It's really big, and
it is.
And so you need a big space. But now with these floating islands, again, like you can do big ideas.
Yeah. And then, yeah, back through here, because I did not think out the layout very well, and I have the entrances for everything down by my well. So,
the beginning. Yeah.
So you get to see this again. And then, yeah, lots of mushrooms there too.
Well, and the different houses that you've used.
And then, so here I did like the encampment in Jackson with the gates there. And then just kind of have it set up with like somewhere to eat. And because they had like that bar that they went into, like the cafeteria or whatever, but we don't have indoor builds really. It's hard, I find. And then I flipped around one of these things to, I can't remember the name. Was that from the Star Path though? But to be like
I think that was
premium shop. Yeah. To be like a stable. And then I got the hay and some harvest.
This does give the absolute feeling even with the fencing and everything of the town, because they have big fences and gates around the town.
Yeah.
And then the backs of your houses work.
Yeah, and I tried to cover some of them up with trees, but it's like it works as like, because they had houses in there too. So I added in the wintry pond and then the cabin. Yeah, the winter cabin. as housing to
that
put
was
in.
the bonus from the Star Path.
Yes, that was the bonus house. And then the weapons rack there, and the gates again. And that was it. That was, I was trying to pull it. Oh, and the one thing is, I didn't put the mushrooms in the encampment because they were safe in there.
Right.
That was my little artistic touch. My little interpretation. But yeah, that was it. This was really fun though. I agree with you. It's fun to make something that isn't supposed to be pretty.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us today at Sparkle Vision.
Hit like and subscribe to see more videos soon. See you next time.
Bye-bye.